If you've ever wondered if your friends like you or hate you, and you're not just you're not sure, maybe this episode is for you. Welcome to Real Talk Now Me podcast, a space for honest conversations about life, faith, relationships, and everything in between, both through God's lens. And on today's episode, I'm not going to lie, it's coming from a real place. So some weeks ago, I was scrolling through Instagram, just minding my business, as I should, obviously, because whatever that does not concern me, I do not comment there, and I just move. And I saw a video, and that video honestly disturbed me. So it was like a gathering, and a girl came up stage, and they were asking her questions. So the part I watched was, she was in front of so many people and said something that shocked me. I think they asked her a question. She said that she withdrew her friend from all her classes. Not a stranger, not an enemy, her own friend. That she made sure the girl did not graduate the year she was supposed to graduate. She didn't graduate with her set, and the girl had to stay back an extra year. And what shocked me even more was this. On the day that the girl was supposed to graduate, which is on the day her friend was supposed to graduate, she called her friend. No, I think she texted her friend and said, "Congratulations," knowing fully well that she was the reason the girl was not graduating. And the girl tested back and said, "Oh no, I'm not graduating today." And in her mind, she was like, "Oh yes, I know that." Good, I can't wrap my head around this. And when she was asked, "Does your friend know this? Does your friend know you actually did this?" She said, if she's watching this now, then she knows. Oh wow. If she's watching this now, she knows. And people were laughing. What was so funny? Because my first thought was, what was funny to these people? Why is this funny to you? Why does this sound normal? Why are we clapping for something like this? You made your friend retake her classes. You made her drop all her classes. You made her sit for an extra year, and people are clapping and you are laughing. Jezebel, you are laughing. Wow. I have never seen something more disturbing than that, other than the fact that there's so much evil going on in Nigeria right now. Yes, that is one thing that is also very disturbing. Watching that video honestly made me feel so uncomfortable and even more disgusted, because it made me start thinking about something we don't like to admit. We say things like women supporting women. Or we say sisterhood. We say empowerment. But sometimes the reality does not really match the words. They don't. And let me be clear. Don't get me wrong. There are amazing women out there. Oh yes, they are. There are genuine friendships. There are people who truly support each other. But we cannot ignore the other side. We can't. If there's a positive side, there's also a negative side. Yeah. Because not every smile is genuine. Not every, "Oh, my girl, that's my girl." Nah, not all of them is real. Not every friendship is safe. And I think that's what people do not know. That not every friendship is actually safe. I've noticed something. Yeah. A lot of people are kind when there is no competition. When there is no comparison. When there is no threat. But the moment that they feel compared or they feel insecure, everything changes. you will start wondering if you actually knew this person before. You ask yourself if this was the same person you knew before. Before I go forward, I will throw this out there and say, see, the state of your heart, you cannot really tell the state of your heart until your friend is actually progressing and you are stuck at the moment. If the state of your heart, if you like literally hates your friend, if it starts saying, oh, what does she even think? Who does she even think he is? Or who does he even think he is? The moment your friends start progressing, that means you're a bad person. And I'm not saying you're a bad person because maybe it's intentional. Sometimes it's not intentional, but sometimes it is. So it is not left for you to go to God and tell God, oh, I don't really want to feel this way towards my friend. That's if you're a good person. I don't want to feel this way towards my friend. I want to be happy for my friend and all that. Then you ask God to work on your heart and you ask him to work on your mind. Because it's easy to sit with somebody in sadness. But trust me when I say that, it is usually not easy to be happy with people. The real test of friendship is when your friend is progressing and maybe at that moment you are in a waiting season or you're stuck for that moment and God is not, should I say, it is not yet your time and you're done. That's the real test of friendship. And I think that's what a lot of people do not know yet. And guess what? This is not even just about women alone. This topic, today's episode, is not about women alone. This is about human nature. But since we're talking about friendship, let's be honest. Some people will pretend to support you. They will pretend to support you. They will pretend to celebrate you. They will pretend to be there for you. I know I said the thirst of friendship is when your friend is progressing, but don't displace the fact that other people will pretend to celebrate you and pretend like they support you. That is why it is necessary for you to pray for good friendship and for God to take away people that do not mean well for you. Yes, it's very necessary. I know that prayer can be difficult sometimes. Some of us don't even want to pray it. But that's where it gets interesting, because the moment you pray it, God starts detoxing your life. So people can pretend to be there for you, but deep down, they are struggling with insecurity. If we're being honest with ourselves, at one point in our life, we've struggled with insecurity about our friend's success. But what happens after that? Or do you give that insecurity audience? Do you give it, do you feed it that evil? Do you feed it? Because whether you like it or not, and I think this is a topic on its own, what I want to say now, whether you like it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, every human, because we were born through this Adamic nature, every human has an atom of evil in them. So it is not left for you to either feed it or kill it. It's as simple as that. You are either feeding that evil, you're either giving it audience, or you're killing it, or you're starving it and killing it. That is another topic for another day. But now let's go on. Like I said, they are struggling with insecurity. And if that insecurity is not dealt with, it can turn into jealousy. And one good thing and one annoying thing or one surprising thing about jealousy is this: the moment you purchase one bag of jealousy, it's more like purchase one and get 5 free. It's not even buy one and get 2 free. No, it's purchase one and get 5 free. And jealousy, if not controlled, can become something really dangerous. Because what I saw in that video, that like whatever she was saying, that didn't just happen overnight. She didn't sleep yesterday night and it happened. No, it's more like when you're working hard and maybe you blow up one day and people think that you just started yesterday. Oh no, you didn't just start yesterday. Of course you didn't just start yesterday. It was an accumulation of all your sleepless nights, the nights you could not, the days where you slept hungry just to for your dreams and all that. But this jealousy, that didn't happen overnight. That is the result of unchecked insecurity, a result of silent comparison, a result of hidden resentment. And let me say this clearly: if someone cannot tolerate your growth, they will eventually try to compete with it. They will try to control it, or they will try to sabotage it. Some of you listening to me right now, you've ignored the signs. That's the problem. You've ignored the signs. You felt uncomfortable around certain people, but you kept saying, oh, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe she didn't mean it. Maybe he didn't mean it. Or maybe he's just been playful, or she's just been playful. That's just how he is, or that's just how she is. No, that's not it. Sometimes your spirit is picking up what your eyes are refusing to see. Your spirit is picking up signals. Your eyes are just refusing to see them. And your mind, should I say your heart, is just playing games on you. Sorry. If someone constantly makes you feel small, if someone constantly makes you feel uncomfortable, if someone makes it look like your wins are just normal for something you worked so hard for, if someone makes you feel not celebrated, or like you have to shrink yourself for them, that's not your friend. Take this as a check anywhere, and you will be paid in dollars. I say that. That's not your friend. Stop forcing friendship with people who don't like you. You're forcing it, and it's not healthy for you. Stop that. Because this kind of thing doesn't start big. It always starts small. Small jealousy here and there, small comparison left and right, small resentment, high and low. Yeah. And if that is not checked, it grows. Let me even make it more practical. If someone feels threatened by your progress, threatened like they are really threatened by your progress, your opportunities and your growth, they cannot truly celebrate you. And like I said before, not everybody feels threatened by your progress or your growth. You just need to ask God to give you good friendship. And if they cannot celebrate you, they will eventually struggle with you. They will eventually struggle with you. I was having a conversation with my friend yesterday, and I realized that by this time last year, this is May, May last year, the conversation was different. Yes, the conversation was not as progressive as it is now with her. And I am genuinely happy, because for one thing is, I'm thanking God that we are no longer in the same, how do I put it? We are not talking about the same old thing again. She has progressed, and it made me genuinely happy. If there is one thing I pride myself in, is the fact that God gave me a heart that celebrates my friend. My friend's good news, it's like a happy pill for me. Their good news is like a happy pill. When they are celebrating, when they are moving forward, when they are progressing, it's like a happy pill for me. I told God one day, I said, I refuse to struggle with my friend's progress. Help me to celebrate with them. I can be having a bad day. I can be in a really bad mood, and my friend, in quotes, friend, shares a good news with me. it elevates my mood from 0 to 100 real fast. They don't even need to do any other special thing. It's just by sharing that good news with me, they automatically elevate my mood. So if those people cannot celebrate you, they will eventually struggle with you. And that's why you have to be careful. Don't build close friendships with people who are still battling deep insecurity without awareness. Don't do that. Because insecurity is not the problem. Unaddressed insecurity is dangerous. They might have insecurity and they don't know. That's the problem. Because now it's unaddressed. I even remember a time in my life when I was in the university. I had a high on that someone I considered a friend. Because one thing about me is that then I used to quickly make friendships and I just, try to filter later on. But now I've grown. You can come to me with friendship requests and I'm looking at you like, I don't think I want new friends in my life right now, because adult friendship is hard. It's hard and it requires effort. It requires time, energy, effort. So on my own end, I think I know I would be able to put in those efforts, but then again, I'm saying to myself, is this person ready? So in my head, I've already concluded that I think this person is not ready. So it except God intentionally says, oh, this person should be in your life. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So back then in the university, I had a higher score than this person. And let me be honest, I think for once I had a higher score. Usually we are either having the same score or she's having a higher score. And instead of her being happy for me, she was upset. That was a sign, a clear sign, but I ignored it. And like me, some of you, many times we ignore signs like that. We explain it away. You act like you know better. We downplay it. We act like it's nothing. But over time, I saw it. It took a long time, but I got to know. Those small reactions, they reveal the heart. How do you feel when someone progresses? It reveals the state of your heart. Let's be honest with ourselves. If you ever find yourself feeling jealous of your friend, not admiration, not inspiration, but real jealousy, where you feel like, she doesn't deserve this, it should be me, you need to check yourself. You don't just need to check yourself, you need deliverance. And you don't just need deliverance, you need to stay away from that your friend because you are a bad person. Yes. And until you address that which your heart is saying, you address the state of your heart, you are a bad person. I think one thing people run away from is being self-aware. That you're capable of these things, you're doing this thing, because the moment you're self-aware, you are able to heal. You are able to I said I wasn't going to use filler words, God help me. You are able to now know that, okay, I think I shouldn't be doing this thing. I should work towards it. That's if you actually value the friendship. So, if you've ever felt like your friend does not deserve what they have right now, that it should be you're a bad person. Because why are you thinking that the friend should not deserve it? I don't know if it's a joke one time or if it's a prank or if it's just for engagement, but I read somewhere online where the girl kept saying, oh, the guy that her friend is married to worships her friend, that he does everything for her friend, he cooks for her friend, he takes her to different countries for holidays, he buys her lots and lots of gifts, and now she's feeling like her friend does not deserve this, that she's more intelligent than her friend, she's more beautiful than her friend is not as pretty as she is, that her friend does not deserve this, that whatever that her friend has right now is supposed to be for her and not for her friend. I'm like, hey, the Nigerian in me screamed, why are you feeling like your friend does not deserve it? And I don't get it. You are like you're God and you are probably the one that created everything. And see, listen, I know people always say, oh, I used to have somebody like that. There's something that's funny to me. Maybe when people are doing a reality check and they always feel like maybe it's the other way around, it's the other friend that is bad. Sometimes you too, you can be the bad person, you just don't know it yet, that you are the bad person. Because jealousy is dangerous. So you need to check yourself. Where jealousy enters, if jealousy is entering through door A, love is exiting through door B. Love is running away. That's why for me personally, if I notice that I'm feeling that way towards someone close to me, if I ever notice that I'm feeling like I'm getting jealous of someone close to me, I will step back. I will. Not because I hate them, but because I refuse to become a dangerous person in their life. I also refuse to hurt myself in the process too. Because the moment I am jealous of them, it feels like I'm ruining myself. It feels like I'm a threat to my own self. Because why? My philosophy, or should I say, whatever I believe in, is the fact that if my friend is progressing, it wouldn't take long, it's gonna get to me. It will. When I was small, when I was a teen, I remember seeing one Nigerian movie where the two friends, one was in a relationship and the other was not. And the other one that was not in a relationship was looking for every means possible to sabotage her friend's relationship. Her friend was staying with her. So it got so bad. And mind you, they were both in a waiting season, but God just came through earlier for the other friend. And it got so bad, she threw her friend away from her house. When she discovered she could not sabotage the relationship, she threw her friend away from her house. And the friend's fiance picked the friend up and rented a place for her till their wedding day. And I think a few months to the wedding, she already concluded, oh, I'm not going to go for the wedding. I'm not going to go for the wedding. Who is she? I think I'm better than her. What does she have? You know, what does she have? I was the one that accommodated her in my house. Who does she think she is? She didn't go for the wedding. So months down the line after the wedding, she was feeling frustrated. And a pastor met her on the road. You know, the normal Nigerian movie thing. The pastor met her on the road and looked at her and just shook his head and was like, you're looking frustrated. We're like, oh, I've been asking God for a husband for a very long time. My husband has not come, blah, blah, blah. And the pastor looked at her and said, your husband was at your friend's wedding. If you had not harbored so much jealousy and hatred towards your friend, and if you had just been good to your friend and attended your friend's wedding, you would have met your husband there. And that movie, even if it was just a movie, it stuck with me. I'm telling you about a movie I watched years and years ago. I might not remember a lot of movies, but that particular one, I remember it. And if you're a Nigerian, even if you're not a Nigerian and you're listening to this, you would know who they call Chioma Chukwuka and Fatia Williams. I think her husband name used to be Fatiam's Balogun, but I think now she uses Fatia Williams. And that movie has stuck with me. The storyline, the plot and everything has stuck with me till now. So the moment I start feeling that I'm getting jealous of my friend, I give them space. God forbid I ever get to that stage, but I give them as much space as possible. Because let's be honest, not everybody has that level of self-awareness. Some people will feel jealous and will stay close to you. Because they cannot afford to be your enemy. So they want a first-class experience to whatever is going on in your life. They are smiling with you, they are laughing with you, but they are secretly hoping that you fall. And that is scary. It's very scary. Let's talk about environment. Why are you staying in spaces where you are not loved? Why are you around people who make you feel uncomfortable? Why are you sharing your life with people who are comparing and competing with you? See, if someone shows you who they are, you better believe, for your own sake, for your own mental health, for your own sanity, you better believe them. If the energy is off, get out, leave. If the words are off, my darling, you better leave. If the actions don't match, get out. Stop explaining red flags. And for those of you in relationship, stop explaining red flags. See the way I said it. I remember when I tell a friend, oh, those of you in marriages and relationships, she's like, you're talking like you don't ever want to be in a relationship. I say, my darling, for that, I don't know yet. Of course, I will be in a relationship. I know that I'm going to get married. But for now, I don't know yet. Stop explaining red flags. And this is not about fear. It's about wisdom. Being a good person does not mean being blind. I was telling my mom yesterday, I said, do you know that having a good heart sometimes can put you in trouble? So you have to be very careful about you having those good hearts, because it's not going to lead you anywhere. It's going to lead you somewhere good, but you just have to be careful. So being a good person does not mean being blind. Being a Christian does not mean ignoring discernment. As a Christian, the first thing you're supposed to ask God for is discernment. You don't ignore evil and call it love. That's not you being a good person. That's you being stupid. You don't stay in unhealthy spaces and call it loyalty. Are you okay? You don't allow repeated hurts and call it friendship. Don't do that. No. Oh God. Maybe I'm too high. I'm rushing this. Let me calm down, because I know this is a lot. But I need you to hear this and hear it clearly. Not everyone deserves access to you. No, not everyone. They don't even have to have done something bad to you first. No, not everyone deserves access to you. You don't need a large circle. You don't need to be friends with everybody. Jesus Christ, you do not need to be friends with everybody. It is okay to have a small circle, a safe circle, a genuine circle. Your circle might just be 3 people. It's okay. It's safe. It's really okay. And also ask yourself this: am I a safe person to others? Yes, because it's easier to throw distance when they're talking about other people and then you're not even self-aware about yourself. Ask yourself, am I a safe person to others? Do I genuinely celebrate people? Or do I compare, do I compete, and do I resent people? Ask yourself. I need you to sit with that. Because this conversation, it goes both ways. It does. Because we can't trust on if we are living in a glass house. We can't do that. We can't be doing that. At the end of the day, pray for good friends. Pray for intentional friends. Pray for friends that have good intentions towards you, and be a good friend too. Be a friend that has good intention towards their friends. And most importantly, ask God for discernment. Because not every smile is love. It is not. And not every friend is safe. No, not every friend is a safe haven for you. Don't complicate things with yourself and you're thinking that, oh, it's every friend that is a safe space and a safe person. No, my darling, don't do that. It's okay to have friends, but stop assuming that every friend is safe. Because the goal is not just to avoid bad friends. The goal is also to be a good person and a safe person to others. If you're a safe person, doesn't mean other people are safe to you, like most people are safe too. So at the end of the day, healthy friendships are built on security, maturity, and genuine love. And if those things are not present, you need to be wise enough to step back. Yes, you need to be. You need to be wise enough to step back. I'll see you in my next episode. And if you have any question, you can direct it to my podcast page on Instagram or my personal page on Instagram, which is the Naomi Haruna or Real Talk with Naomi podcast on Instagram. I love you, and I hope you sit with this and reevaluate your circle and tell yourself the truth and be self-aware too. I love you. See you in my next episode. Bye.